Mr. President, Bangladesh is the seventh most vulnerable country of the world. However, Bangladesh strives hard for the shifting the country's vulnerability toward resilience under the able and visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. Distinguished colleagues, we have established Bangladesh Climate Change Trust Fund, a dedicated national finance mechanism back in 2009 from our own limited resources. So far, we have allocated $490 million that supports more than 850 projects. Additionally, as part of our annual development program, the government is spending more than $3 billion as climate-related action. Last year, Bangladesh submitted the National Adaptation Plan to the UNFCCC. In our NAP, we have identified 113 interventions for 8 vulnerable sectors, with a time frame of 2023-2050. To implement those priority interventions, $230 billion will be required, or per year about $8.5 billion. This means there will be around $5.5 billion finance gap for the NAP implementation. Excellency, despite having limited resources, Bangladesh is pursuing a low-carbon development pathway, increasing emphasis on renewable energy. Energy efficiency and energy conservation. In 2021, we have updated our NDC with 3 times enhanced emission reduction compared to 2015. Excellency, recently published scientific reports show that we are heading in the wrong direction. The ambition of emission reduction pledges for 2030 need to be 7 times higher to keep the 1.5 degree goal of the Paris Agreement. Excellency, at this COP28, it is essential that we make the following areas. 1, we must keep the 1.5 degree goal alive for our survival. Even a temporary overshoot of the 1.5 degrees Celsius threshold leads to additional permanent losses. Beyond adaptation limit, we need concrete political commitment by the major emitters for addressing the emission gap. The first global step take must be delivered, increased ambition and action in the line with the 1.5 degree goal, with concrete milestone to assess the progress against outcome. 3, mobilize enough financial resources, preferably from public sources, to the most vulnerable developing countries, LDCs and SIDS, to support the implementation of their NAP and NDC. Developed countries must deliver on the COP26 call to double additional finance by 2025 from 2019 level. Fourth, developed countries must deliver $100 billion per year as per their historic commitment. The post-2025 finance under the new collective 25 goals on climate finance must be significantly higher than the current commitment, considering the increasing needs of the most vulnerable and with clear roadmap for realization. Mr. President, finally, let us implement the decision of the Paris Agreement to fight against the extreme threats of climate change and make the world safer and better place for our future generation. Thank you all.